Welcome to 5-minute podcast, a podcast series dedicated for those on the go. Today, we'll be giving a short beginner's guide to self-care, featuring your host, Monique. This podcast will be giving you simple steps and instructions for self-care, as well as lessons that I've learned that has helped me reach this understanding. But before we fully begin, I have a few words that I'd like to give. I've seen people, more often than not, avoid self-care because they either had more important things to take care of or they simply find the act of such rather selfish. But you see, self-care is natural and healthy to all of us, and it is by no means selfish if done without harming anyone. Ignoring the care of oneself is mentally and physically damaging, so I'll be giving you all a simple guide from what I've learned so far. Let's officially begin. Step 1. Value yourself. Firstly, valuing yourself doesn't mean you can just trample on others because you see yourself in a higher standing than them. No. Valuing yourself means accepting both your talents and your flaws, making you a unique human being to the ones around you, and understanding that all creatures have the right to be treated equally, including you. Having self-value means you'll be putting yourself in lesser danger and much more likely to help you see things in deeper meaning. Take note of the fact that one's existence doesn't rely on their failures. Although I'm sure that some of you tend to forget this during your lowest times. Not that I can blame you. A way that I can instruct you to execute this is to start with the basics. Eating healthy as to keep your body strong, getting enough sleep, keeping a peaceful mind, and taking well-deserved breaks from time to time. Step 2. Love yourself. I believe in most cases people will put this first. But in my opinion, if you start with this one, you'll only get back to square one. Hear me out. Loving yourself is similar to valuing yourself. But how can you love yourself if you think that negatively of your value? You'll just be stuck in a loop of questions. Am I worthy of love? Why should I love myself when I'm worthless? Love and value goes hand in hand, but understanding your value will help you reach the level of self-love easier. Start loving yourself by understanding and accepting your value, and know that you're worth the effort. Step 3. Find happiness in what you love. Doing something you love, or just simply being with people whom you love, can give a person so much joy. Learn and find things you love, no matter how little they may be, as it is a way to find happiness. And that happiness is already a part of self-care. Being happy helps us be healthy. Even small hobbies can give one so much joy as well. Do also remember that being happy or feeling happy is okay. It is something that all creatures have the right to. Learn to understand that being happy is something you and everyone else deserves. Do what you love, even if people disagree. But do make sure it isn't harming anyone intentionally without a rational cause. Step 4. Ask for help. Whenever you're in dismay or in need of desperate help, don't hesitate to ask. We as humans can only take and know so much. Having a helping hand in your time of need can help you grow as a person. Not saying that you should be dependent on other people. I'm saying that other people are willing to surely help you. This will also help teach you the goodness of the world. Being alone won't be good on the long term. Learn to know your limits and when to ask for help. We humans are social creatures. We aren't programmed to survive alone forever. And that brings us to the end of this podcast. Thank you for tuning in. I do sincerely hope this podcast was able to help you. 5 Minutes Podcast releases episodes on the daily, so make sure to tune in for more future releases. 5 minutes are now closed. This is your host, Monique, signing out. Remember to stay healthy.